Hi, this is Shaman Weaver Sheila Baker, and it's getting towards the end of the year. And so what I want to talk about, since it's getting towards the end of the year, and I'm just going to rattle a bit. So rattling shakes things up. It also wakes things up. Hey, Kelly. It also allows, it's that vibration that's inside of you that breaks things up. So there you go. All right, I'm going to get busy. Kelly, Courtney, Siobhan, Dan, and Tora, nice to see you. Yay. All right, Kelly, this one is for you. The devil. So the beautiful part about the devil, I'm going to put it really up close. You can see these people's chains around their necks. See how big they are? The only thing, Kelly, that's holding you back, the only thing, are chains that you're willing to keep there. So look, even the devil can't sit on that tiny little cube. He's ready to get off himself. So this says that there are no barriers for you to success, whatever that means for you. So a beautiful shamanic thing to do is to put a big old necklace on or tie a scarf around you and then take it off. So over and over and over, you're saying, I release the binds that hold me. I release the binds that hold me. I release the binds that hold me. Do it until your arms get tired. And then you will find that whatever is holding you back has no power over you anymore. So there you go. That's a great shamanic trick. Siobhan, this one is for you. The High Priestess. Okay, so the High Priestess sits between the two towers of good and evil, bringing balance. And she's holding the Torah on her lap. That's a book of wisdom. She has pomegranates around her, and she acknowledges the power of the moon. So, and she, in acknowledging on the top of her head, she understands the power of the moon. She does not let her emotions rule her. See, she's got her foot on the moon down here. So this is a woman in balance, and I'll put it up close. You can see she has an equidistant cross on her heart, which means that she stands in the center of her power, if you will, to be able to connect directly to the divine and bring it out into the world. Beautiful card. And if these cards resonate with you, and look, so far we've seen two major arcana tonight. So the universe is like, wake up here, kids. So if they resonate with you, find them, get them in black and white, enlarge them on your printer, and color them. The act that concretizes it in your body as being important. So there you go. Okay, Courtney. Oh, this one, I'm going to go deep here. The Ace of Pentacles. So a gift from the gods. See, hand coming right out of the clouds. Pentacles, money, property, tangible things. And what it's going to do is it's going to get you to take the higher path. Because isn't that where, you know, for us who are tuned in, enlightened spiritual warriors, and you know, part of the Shaman Weaver tribe, isn't that what we're about? We want to do what's highest and best or better for all beings, not just for ourselves. So beautiful pathway. Look for an arbor somewhere, and when you find it, pass through it. So the tips that I give you to make these concrete are always in the practical world, and they are always practice, right? So you're going to walk through this arbor with walk through. By the time the big one comes where you're ready to take that step, whatever it is, you will have already practiced because you've released the ties that bind you, walked through the arbor, you walk through the portal. And watch for portals. They come in all kinds of descriptions. So there you go. Julie, this one is for you. A nine of cups. So this is contentment. It's not quite what you want because look, the arms are closed. There's one more cup to come. So, but it's like good enough. But you don't have the rainbow. You're one cup short of the rainbow that shows up in the next card. So another great shamanic trick is to sit like this. And you know you're closed off, right? No one's going to get anything close to you. Not a hug, not information, none of that stuff. So this time we do this. I open fully to give and receive love. I open fully to give and receive love. Once again, do it until you're tired, but at least 40 times. By the time you've done that, you will have opened up. You will, by the time you get to like 15, 20, you're like, and it really is, it's opening, it's your heart opening, it's your head opening, and it's drawing, and it's pulling that back towards you. So there you go. All right, Tora, this one is for you. Oh, it's time for a celebration. This is the party card of the 78 cards. It represents Mother Maiden and Crone. It's the total feminine energy. And if you think about giving a party, celebrating, what is that all about? What do women do? We create an environment so that people can come and enjoy themselves, relax, have food, have conversation. But this is a celebration of your life. So it, you know, and it might even be that you do this by yourself. But look for the maiden in you. Look for the mother in you, and then look for the crone in you, and get them into dialogue. That would be an interesting tea party, wouldn't it? So your younger self, yourself as you are now, and then your older self. Cool. All right. Dawn, this one is for you. Okay. So Pentacles, money, property, tangible things. And this man has enough, we can tell, because he's got, it's under his feet. It's obviously on his mind, and he's holding on to it. This is a card that says it's about stagnation. So right now, whatever is going on for you isn't getting you into the flow. It's kind of you feeling restricted, or you have some restrictions around you. So when I see this, I say, put $4 into flow, you know, like, so however you do that, if you go out and get yourself some coffee or any of the other ways that you can spend $4, but get it into flow. And as soon as you do that, something will shift and the money will start to flow again. Because when we hold on too tight, you know, close your fist just for a moment. And we can all do this. Can I put anything in your hand? No, right? Okay, but as I open it up, there, I've got a full hand. If I'm really clever, I open it way up, and I've got a huge full hand to be filled. So, and this is a great exercise for lowering your blood pressure when you're feeling uptight, when you're in the car frustrated. Make a fist, tighten, 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 and let it go. It just lets the body relax. So you can actually do that. So put your $4 into play and see what comes back from that. So there you go. Susan, this one's for you. Another 4. This is a happy home life. It's beyond contentment because it's the building to the contentment. And that building to contentment takes energy, right? So it's about being playful, about celebrating. It's about the bounty of life, and it's about sharing that. So Fours are rest, relaxation, and recuperation. So when you invite these other people to share, they're also going to come, they're going to rest, and they're going to relax, and you're going to find yourself even having more joy. So there you go. So a lot of parties, and it's interesting because this is the time of the year, except for summertime when we're throwing parties, but this is the time of the year that we actually start to think about the parties that we're going to plan and throw, and who we're going to invite and what meaning they have for us. So as you begin to go into this next season, as we're approaching the deep winter, and you're thinking about this, begin to think from a party place, not a, well, I have to have everybody over because of this or any other thing. So, just think from that place. Who do I want to celebrate with? So there you go. Hey, Roberta, how are you? Okay, so this one's for you. The Lovers. Major Arcana, messages getting through. Sometimes, and almost always, this is first internal recognition, reconciliation that happens so that we can bring ourselves fully whole. The feminine part of ourselves, which is the left side of the body, the masculine side of ourselves, which is the right side of the body, into right relationship. So the way that I think about it is that energy, whatever comes in, it passes through the heart and then it goes out into action. So the feminine is the receiving, the heart is the core. All of us have a core of heart. We all have a core of love. Sometimes we've just kind of buried it. So this says, bring it in, pass it through your heart, and then take action on it. But make sure it's worthy of your action, okay? I don't know why they said that, but that was what they wanted me to give you a little tip about. All right, and Fred, this one is for you. The Hanged Man. So once again, Major Arcana, messages getting through. The thing about the Hanged Man is that there's some benefits from hanging upside down. See, we have a nimbus down here around like a halo. There's something about, and this is the card of self-sacrifice. So when we're sacrificing from ourselves. We're giving up something. We're giving up a place that we like to be, to go somewhere else to be of service. That sacrifice is actually, it's like it's building more karma points. It's like we're doing it out of amazing, deep love. So when any of us come to this place where we're about to do something that we know we're sacrificing ourselves, it's good to acknowledge that and to be aware that it's a choice. And when we do it from love, we do get a little halo because first of all, we feel really good about ourselves. The people that we're serving, they're going to love us because we're bringing that energy to them. So there you go. That's a beautiful card. Keely, hi. Cold pictures you've been sending me there. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. So speaking of cold features, the Wheel of Fortune is like the never-ending spiral. We're always spiraling in to learn a little something about ourselves or the world or whatever, and then we bring that back out to the world. So it's a perpetual, never-ending cycle. Like the Earth doesn't go around the moon once, and around the moon, wouldn't that be a trip? But anyway, it doesn't do that at all. So the Earth doesn't go around the sun just once and stop. It's been doing this over and over and over. And what we also know is that we're out here spiraling around in the vastness of the cosmos. So just when we come to accept that things are not flat, and that there's always going to be peaks and valleys. And when we're in the valley, maybe it's time to rest. When we're in the peak, maybe it's time for more sun. But it's a never-ending cycle. So there you are. You're in the cycle of life, sweetie. I'll see you soon. All right, Deb, this one is for you. 9 of Pentacles. So this is decadence, opulence. It's having enough to be able, time, money, resources to be able to share with others, but also for yourself. Because this beautiful woman here has trained a falcon. That's a very labor of love. First of all, you have to want to have that bird on your arm. You have to want that connection with this tiny little bird. There's a teaching and a learning that goes with it. There's reciprocity in this. And this is really the card of reciprocity. You have given, and you have given, and you have given, and you're receiving, and you're receiving, and you're receiving. So beautiful. I mean, just look, that's a beautiful card. There's peace and tranquility there, rest and relaxation. Lovely. All right. So there's a second Susan that came on, and I can't see who that is. So this one is for you. It's the Magician. So we are all the magicians of our lives. We take the 4 elements, the air, the earth, the fire, the water, and we create. If you look around right where you are right now, you're going to see your creation. You're going to see, oh, I envisioned this, and this is what I created. So the magician goes beyond that to take something to spirit, a matter to spirit. So when we're looking for what is my life purpose, what am I supposed to be doing here, what's my next step, it's useful to go and ask spirit. They see the big picture. You know, you can run around to all of your friends, and if you have 12 friends, you may get 12 different answers. Spirit is going to bring you what's on your heart. So the magician is one of those amazing, powerful allies. Maybe it's time for you to ask, what's my next step? So show me my next step. There you go. All right, Cheryl, this one is for you. I'm going to go way over in here. The King of Wands. Now, down here is a lizard. Lizards wake up your dreams. There's lizards all over up in here, all over his garment. He's got a walking stick. He's ready. He's very concentrated on what it is that he is moving forward towards. He is the king of the fire realm. Passion, fire, drive, connection to the divine. So this says it's time for you to wake up your dreams, get your walking stick, and get busy, because these are your dreams. This is your life. You know, it's so fortunate, we all are, to be in a place where there are others who encourage us to live our dreams, to find your purpose. And if you think that you only have one, then I want you to know that that's not true. As a kid, your purpose was this. As a young adult, it's this. As a worker bee in the world, it's this. As we progress, evolve, and go through life, our purpose changes. And so when we're in a when we're in a quandary about what's my purpose, you're going to find it, you're going to do it, and then you're going to be like, okay, well, that was exciting for a bit, and that was fulfilling, but what's next? So you have multiple purposes in this lifetime, and so you're going to find one, then you're going to do it, then you're going to find another. So if you've been, doing this oh, I don't know what I'm here for. Just sit back, relax. You're here right this minute to take in something, and then you're here also to give it back out into the world. So, Heather, this one's for you. The Three of Wands. You've come a long way. There's still a long way to go. Because you're at the 3, you're going all the way to the 10. These are life lessons. You've sent your ships out. I'm going to put it right up close. See them down there? And now there's a period after you start something and you've come a long way. The 4 and in any suit is about, okay, I can take a breath. So now you've launched something. Now it's time for you to just sit back and go, oh, well, that went well. And look at all the things along the way that happened to get you to this point. And notice how well you did with all of them. So this is a card where you can reflect back on how far you've come. Know that there's further to go, but not just yet. So there you go. All right. Jennifer, this one's for you. The 2 of Cups, a healing meeting of 2 emotional equals. So there's going to be some beautiful energy shared here, reciprocity, there's love, there's companionship, there's the element of air coming in, and there's the fire of the lion. So look for these. Look for this to be fiery and intellectual, passionate and emotional. Okay. The only thing that's not reflecting is money. This is not about money. Deeply healing connection. So once again, I'm going to say that it's an inside game first. So you may be healing your very own masculine or your very own feminine. And years ago, when I was doing some shamanic training, I found that my masculine was a baby. And so I went, okay, I need to grow that baby up to where I was. And I think I was 47 at the time. So I needed to grow that baby up. I was in a 13-week course. So it was a crash and hurry up, baby, and grow up. But it was very powerful. And that masculine part of me went from being a baby through all the phases, pre-adolescence, adolescence, that was fun, growing up to be a fully accomplished man. And my masculine side has helped me with all kinds of things that weren't available to me before I grew him up. So, match up your feminine side with your masculine side, make them a match and make them a pair, because that's how we grow love in the world, is we're not in conflict with one another internally. So bliss on that. All right, Gretchen. Ooh, here's one. There's some new ideas that are coming for you. And it could be, the ideas are big. Like, look, they're way off of the card up here. So big ideas. And it might just be that they're sparked by hanging out with some younger people. That these ideas they're not necessarily talking to you about what it is, what you're thinking about, but as they're doing this and as the ideas are flowing back and forth, you're just going to go, that's a great one and that's a great one, and you're going to get more than one. So look for those. There you go. Nice to see you. All right, Carl, this one's for you. Praise and accolades for a well done job. So if you haven't got these yet, look for it. Someone showed you blueprints, whatever that means in your field of getting money and property and tangible things. But they showed you, oh, this is how we want this. And you took that, you went away, you made a plan, and you brought it back and you started doing it. And it's made a shift and a difference in, well, in the structure actually of how things are. I don't quite know what that means, but you will. And you're about to, if you haven't already, you're about to get some praise. Some like, well, we would have never thought about it like that. So there you go. That's some, yeah, that's some love for you too. And thanks for the hearts, you guys. All right, Carrie Joe. This one is for you. Things are moving swiftly. At some point, you initiated something, you know, and just like all arrows, they go up, they arch, and then they come back down and land. So this is swiftly moving. These are wands. So connection to the divine, power, fire, but powerfully moving, but hasn't actualized yet. So look for things to be moving swiftly. So there you go. Ryan, how are you? How are things going? I'm always curious and interested in your projects. So strength, major arcana, the number 8. She's got an infinity sign over top of her head as well. This says, and this is a great lesson for all of us, there is nothing to wrestle to the ground. I'm going to put this up so you can see this little lion there. He is a devotee, okay? There's no resistance. There's nothing but absolutely unconditional love. So here you are, and you're in a place where you think maybe, I'm getting that you think maybe you don't know enough. That this woman here is in white because she is a virginal woman, which means a woman unto herself. She makes her own choices. So tap into the divine feminine and ask the divine feminine to assist you in this process. Oftentimes we use that masculine energy of forcing and pushing, but this isn't about forcing and pushing. This is about going, whoa, all these forces of energy are moving in my direction, the direction that I want them to be moving in. So lovely. That's a very lovely card for initiating something and for keeping it moving. So there you go. Marilee, hey. Justice. So once again, we see a sword that is off of the card. There's a lot of thinking that's going in, but things aren't in balance. And we see the scale over here saying it's important to bring things into balance. You know, justice used to be all about that. We would go, we would tell our story, the other person would tell their story, then the judge would go and think about it and come back and make a reconciliation that was beneficial to both, what had heard the story, witnessed it, and then made a just and fair decision. So this says, bring things into balance, cut away anything that is overflowing the balance. If it makes things out of balance, done. That's it, done. Cutting away. And then bring things back into balance. Sitting between the two towers of right and wrong, good and bad, all of that, with a purple cloth between. The purple connects the divine to each side. So then we see that in divinity, there is no judgment. There is lessons and there is practice. So, you know, be in this practice of bringing things into balance, cut away anything that takes you out of balance, and then sit there between the two towers being divinely inspired. Thanks. All right, Gypsy, this one's for you. The end of a karmic cycle. So this, oftentimes people get distraught when they see this, but these are thoughts and ideas for which there is no life left. They're done. They're old ideas. They maybe worked back then. They're not working anymore. So when I see this, the reason I get, look at me all smiley, the reason I'm like that is, see, a new day is dawning. Whatever cycle you've been in, and I was talking just a few moments ago with Keely about was spiraling in and learning something and then bringing that new wisdom out. So now you've got the past knowledge and you get to let it go. It's okay for it to have served you and not be serving you anymore. There's all kinds of things. There's beliefs that don't serve us anymore. So you get to let them go, create some new life and some new ways of being. So there you go with that. Amy, this one's for you. Queen of Swords. So I'm going to put it up close. You can see there's butterflies there. There's a little Cupid. She's a powerful woman sitting there and saying, I have an idea and this is the way we're going to go. Swords, thoughts, ideas. There's a kind of fear. I'm going to put her up close. There's kind of a fierce determination to her face. She's not going to be stopped. She's going to go through this transformation and she's going to be on the other side of it. So if you are in a place where you're transforming, I call it shape-shifting in shamanism, where you're shape-shifting into something different, she's a beautiful ally for you. And so look to butterflies as well and know that it comes from love. So there you go. Stacy, this one's for you. The King of Pentacles. So the beautiful thing about the King of Pentacles, I was just talking about love, and we can see over here his scepter is the sign of Venus. So it comes from love. He also embodies and employs bulls, the Taurus energy of, being bullheaded, strong-willed. So who gets things done if not someone tapping into the masculine side, that strong-willed, I'm going to get this done, nothing can stop me. I was talking the other day, and I may have done a podcast about this, I'll find out, and if I did, I'll stick the link down there. So on keeping your eye on the direction that you're going. It doesn't matter that you go there in a direct line. The direct line is really not that useful for getting somewhere, because it may be that you need to go over here and get a little information and your goal is straight over there. So you go over there, you get that, you come back, you go over here, you have a little experience, you get that, you come past that line again, you're further along the line. And as you're going, you're having life. You're in the enjoyment of learning and experience and being open and vulnerable. It's a really lovely way to get from here, where you are, to where you want to be, and know that it doesn't have to be a straight line. So Sky, hi, this one is for you. Recovering from deep sorrow, and the swords are thoughts and ideas. So the recovery is a mental recovery. It's not a physical kind of thing. It's not a physical thing. And it's the way that you have been thinking about something that put you into a feeling of dis-ease and discomfort, even put you into despair. So it's time now to move out of that, because this is a 9. It's complete. It's finished. It's over. One of the really beautiful shamanic ways that you can do this is you can write your story. whatever, however it was, whatever it was. Write it. Then find one person that's willing to listen to your story without comment. No comments, nothing, zip, nada. Just get them to listen, even if it's you in the bathroom mirror, and then take that story and burn it. And then there's ashes, right? Take the ashes and bury them. Plants love ash. You can watch that plant that you buried it close to really flourish, and you are done with that story. You never have to tell the story again. However, we are human, and so we love to tell our stories. And we can remember with incredible detail something that happened 7 years ago, 10 years ago, somewhere. And we drag it back in living color, shake it out, and try to wear it again. It's not wearable. It's not. So just write your story, burn your story, bury your story, and live in your new story. Live in the present. And that's a beautiful, powerful, and give it a go. Write one little story and burn it and see what happens from that. It's an amazing process. I've seen people, who are sallow, very gray and not having any color in their cheeks, write their story out, burn it, and then boom. They're looking vital and alive and energetic because they've transmuted that energy. So there you go. Candy, this one is for you. I say there you go a lot. Queen of Pentacles. So once again, she comes from a lot of love. Look, she's got that Aries independent energy there. She is, she's having a little bit of a love affair with her pentacle there. I mean, look at that gaze. If that's not a loving gaze. There's a rabbit down here by my finger. There's a lot of fertility here. However, there's a fixation about the need to hold on to it. So this energy of being independent, I'm going to encourage us all to become interdependent so that we're not fixated on this, we're turning towards one another and sharing. But she has mastery over the physical world. And you can have the same mastery that she does. And a really simple way, find this card somewhere online, enlarge it in black and white and color it. And by the time you're done, your money energy will change. So that's a beautiful tip for all of us. Find one of the pentacle cards that you're drawn to, whether it's the 9, that beautiful decadence, opulence, whatever it is, find that card in black and white, color that card. It concretizes it into your body. All right, Marilee, this one's for you. So this is Bliss. There's a happy family. They're away from their home, but not so far that they can't see it. There's joy and bliss and just, this is just a beautiful card of contentment, happy family, gathering all together. So Jamal, this one's for you. Practical world again. And you've sent your ships out. They haven't come back in just yet. So there's a bit more juggling to do. This is not a new practice for you. You've done it in infinity. And if you are worrying, you can rest assured that the pentacles will not drop as you're doing this juggling. So it may take a little bit longer for your ships to come in, but look for that happening. All right, Sandy, this one's for you. And then I'm going to say goodnight. So a 5 of Pentacles. You may have just gone through something emotional. I can see by the spilt cups over there. But this card says, this is a lesson card. Stand up, turn around, and look behind you, because all is not lost. There's still 2 cups upstanding. So you can build on those as soon as you stop looking downward. So just take your finger under your chin, pick your chin up. Now it's up, go ahead and turn around. And then once you've done that, once you've looked behind you and you've seen it, then you get to, like, you don't need to look back on the 3 spilled cups. That's not important. So there you go. All right. Nunyan, you popped on, so here you go. The Knight of Cups. Now this knight is not in movement. So there's something holding you back from seeking love. And up here, we see the sign for Mercury. And it's not a physical thing that's holding you back. You have some doubts and some trepidation. And do you think by just staying still that they're going to go away? They're not. So move through that, move forward, and be in love. All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Color your cards.